Hello everyone. In today's video we will be discussing about Sudha Murthy's one short story or rather life experience named as gender bias. Sudha Murthy, as I mentioned in my previous video also, like I myself is kind of an admirer of her because the way she puts everything, it's so simple and yet the experience is mostly quite enriching. So in this excerpt, which has been taken from her collection of short stories named as How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, the experience has been named as Gender Bias. Sudha Murthy, wife of Sri Narayan Murthy. Now she is the chairperson of Infosys, and she is running so many charitable schools, and she's trying to make the schools, government schools of Karnataka, smart or digitally advanced. And both the husband and wife, they make sure that a section or a part of their earnings is wisely spent on upbringing the education, especially in India and otherwise in their part of the world, especially in Karnataka, right? So she's doing a lot, and when she writes, like I mentioned earlier also when we discuss about Hassan's attendance problem, that she writes so simply that almost everyone will be able to understand. However, there are some good words, and in this video, after we are done with discussing the summary of the chapter, I'll be telling you the words which you can actually learn from this chapter. Because once you will learn these words, right, in case we learn 5 words from each chapter, I think by the end of the book we will have another repertoire of words, having rather a bit fancy repertoire of words, right? A stack of words. So she has done her engineering, her former education in the field of electrical engineering, and when this incident took place, the gender bias on which it is based, she was pursuing her MTech in the field of computer science from the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. And during that time, because she's 1950 born, so back in that time, she must be a bit elder, quite elder to my mother also. So in that time there were rarest girls, female candidates, those who were in the field of engineering, and then pursuing PG in electrical or in any engineering was that to by a female was kind of rare. So she said that she was born in Hubli and she was brought up there. She did her engineering over there, and that too in the field of electrical, because even now I think we have equal number of male candidates and female candidates, and even in the field electrical engineering, like in my college, I think we were more number of girls in the field of electrical engineering rather than males, right? So now this thing has already taken up pace, but the credit goes to her, because she took that thing a bit hold in her hand, that we too, irrespective of the fact that we are girls, it's okay, we can do this thing. So she was studying there, and she one day like she was just running some errands in her college, and then she saw a notice on the notice board. It was an advertisement by a company named Telco. Telco was earlier the name of Tata Motors, right? Tata, the company. And the advertisement was like that we need a hardworking, intelligent people with good records, such engineers. But there was a line which caught her attention, that ladies candidates need not apply. She was taken aback. अच्छा, हम apply भी नहीं कर सकते. Getting selected is completely a different scenario altogether. We're not even eligible to apply. So she was furious. She was just she went back to her hostel room. She didn't know what to do and how to actually talk to the officials that this is a kind of injustice you are doing to the young females. And she also got quite a good academic record. So she said that educationally, like, or CGPA wise, I am better than some of my male the peers, the classmates. So she wrote a postcard to GRD Tata. Now imagine, in case you have any problem with Reliance, rather than just approaching the concerned person, if you just write a letter to Mukesh Ambani कि सर आप ये गलत कर रहे हैं, right? So she did the same thing. What she did, she wrote this postcard. उस time पे people didn't have emails or phones, like only those PCOs might have been there, but mobiles so definitely we didn't have, right? So she wrote a postcard to GRD Tata and explaining the problem, that this is the thing, that at least we should be getting the chance. And then she forgot about it. It wasn't even 10 days that she got a response from the company. They asked her that, okay, you come to Pune for the interview and we'll be paying you the travel allowance also. Now, somewhere she knew that she might not be getting the job. She was planning to pursue her PhD. She's Dr. Sudha Murthy, somewhere from USA. And she said that, okay, but her friend said that never mind, just go to Pune. You have never been to that place. You will, you can buy some saris. So she collected 30 rupees from each of her friend who wanted a sari, and now she has this multi-billionaire empire, right? Now she even laughs about this thing that I was collecting 30 rupees from each of my friend. So, but it's okay, we all start from somewhere. There is no harm. So she got this thing, and then she went to Pune. Now once she entered this interview hall, the place where the interview was being conducted, somewhere just whispered that she's the girl who wrote to JRD Tata. Now she was, she was worried that they might be asking me difficult questions. They might be asking me something about the letter, the postcard which I had posted. But rather than asking her any such question, they simply asked her the interview questions. Even before the interview began, she said, I hope that this will be a technical interview, right? So they said that don't worry. They asked her all the questions and she answered all of them. And then they informed her that, ma'am, why we said that ladies need not to apply, because it's the shop floor. Shop floor is a place, where there is this grinding and all the carpentry workshop, other things are being done. Some things are difficult for women, so women usually prefer to sit in the R&D department, research and development department, where they can do the programming or maybe develop a few things, maybe do some CAD CAM thing, anything like that. So she said, but we have to start from somewhere. Someone has to be the first one to do this thing. So they appointed her. And then even after this thing, although she never thought that she'll be working in India, but finally she did. And during this time, when she was working with Telco, she met Narayan Murthy. They became friends and finally they got married. And after some time, even till then, she couldn't get this opportunity of actually meeting JRD Tata. But one fine day when she was somewhere in Mumbai, at the Mumbai office, and she actually met him. So the chairperson during that time, people used to call him SM, and people used to call JRD Tata as Apro JRD, means Hamare JRD, our JRD, because people had such intense love for him. He was the one who actually meant made in India, like local, vocal for local. I think again, even now also Tata has been doing quite good for the country. So this is what happened. And then when she met JRD Tata also, she was thinking that, oh, she was just keeping her fingers crossed that you feel uncomfortable that I wrote this thing to you and now I'm here. But when she was introduced as the first engineer, female engineer to work at the shop floor, and an engineer, female engineering with engineer with the PG degree, MTech, so of course everyone was happy, and people appreciated her. So, and later on she said that had JRD Tata been alive today, he would have been so happy looking at how Tata Motors and company Tata itself has grown. And even now also I think Tata is doing a good deal in the field of education, in the field of humanity, in keeping up the name of the country throughout the world. So she just gave the credit in the end. So this is a small chapter. We have the words which you can learn is, first is deter, being deterrent, just look for the meaning. The second one is to persevere, still you should check the meaning. Third one is perpetrate, check it. And fourth one is reckon. So these are the 4 words which I think you should know. These are not that difficult, these are quite common, but it is good to enhance your vocab. Keep reading, keep sharing, let your love for literature alive, let your love for learning alive. Let learning be your muse, let sharing be your muse. Goodbye, God bless you.